Inside the mist, Wang Lin spread out his divine sense and moved forward. 5 kilometers wasn't too far for him, even if there was mist. Soon, he entered the open area 5 kilometers away. At the moment Wang Lin appeared, 6 gazes immediately fell on him. "You Wang Lin!" One of the 5 disciples from the Deluz Sword sect immediately recognized Wang Lin. A killing intent suddenly came from the disciples of the Deluz Sword sect. The Deluz Sword sect and the Heavenly Fate sect had always been hostile toward each other, but there was no reason for them to start killing each other now. Wang Lin's eyes were calm as his gaze swept past everyone. His gaze didn't stop on Greed but swept by him. Greed's expression didn't change at all. He only looked toward Wang Lin the moment Wang Lin appeared and then he closed his eyes. A low voice came from Qianlong's mouth. "I'm Qianlong. Are you the Heavenly Fate sect's Purple Division S Wang Lin?" Wang Lin's expression was normal as he looked at Qianlong. He didn't speak and was waiting to see if these people of the Deluz Sword sect were willingly staying here or were trapped here. This was very important, as if they were willingly staying here, then his earlier guess was wrong. What arrogance! My senior apprentice brother asked you a question and you dared to not answer. One of the Deluz Sword sect disciples' impatience had reached an uncontrollable limit after being trapped here for 100 years. Now that he found a chance, he immediately shouted and stepped out. The treasured sword behind him flew out, and when he swung the sword down, a red and black horse appeared behind him. The horse's nose was green and gave off an evil aura. It melted into the sword and fused with the sword energy that was charging at Wang Lin. This person's cultivation was only at the late stage of soul transformation, but he didn't mind. Not only were there several people from his sect here, his senior apprentice brother was also here, so they naturally wouldn't let him suffer. "This is how you treat your guests?" Wang Lin didn't even look at the sword energy and calmly looked at Qianlong. He was sure now that the disciples of the Deluz Sword sect were trapped. If they had been trapped for a long time, would they be so impatient? Qianlong's eyes lit up, but just as he was about to speak, Wang Lin acted. The life seal on his forehead flashed and began to spread out from his body. It was like a light screen that expanded out and collided with the evil horse sword energy. There was a loud roar, and Wang Lin's eyes became cold. Some of the life seals flew out and converted into slaughter energy. The slaughter energy tyrannically spread out, and the strands of slaughter energy quickly surrounded the horse. The Deluz Sword sect disciples all stood up and were prepared to attack. However, at this moment, Qianlong coldly shouted, "All of you, stand down!" As he spoke, Qianlong's finger formed a sword. This sword stabbed at the slaughter energy like lightning. His finger contained a mysterious spell. After entering the slaughter energy, he kicked Wu Ma out of the encirclement. He turned around, completely ignoring the slaughter energy around him, and smiled at Wang Lin. "Fellow cultivator Wang, my junior apprentice brother was reckless. Sorry you had to see that." "No problem." Wang Lin's voice was calm as the slaughter energy around Qianlong wrapped around Wu Ma's sword. Then the slaughter energy returned to Wang Lin along with the sword. Wang Lin grabbed the sword before Qianlong and everyone else. He slapped the sword to remove the divine sense on it and put it in his bag like it was the natural thing to do. After being kicked by Qianlong, Wu Ma had his sword taken and divine sense wiped off the sword. His soul was damaged, causing him to cough out a mouthful of blood. He stared at Wang Lin and shouted, "You!" Wang Lin's expression was neutral as he calmly said, "Since you are fellow cultivator Qianlong's junior apprentice brother, I want to kill you for offending me. I'll keep this sword as a warning." Qianlong's gaze didn't change at all and he faintly smiled. "That's how it should be." He turned around and coldly looked at Wu Ma and said, "You shut up! Fellow cultivator Wang is not someone you can provoke. If you continue, I'll waste your cultivation in Master's place." Wu Ma was obviously afraid of Qianlong, so he nodded and remained silent. Wang Lin's pupils shrank slightly. After he entered here, he purposely angered the people of the Deluz Sword sect to see if they were trapped here. Then he even took Wu Ma's sword, but all of this was endured by Qianlong without the slightest change in his expression. Aside from the fact that Qianlong was a very cunning person, more importantly, it proved Wang Lin's speculation that they needed his help. Just at this moment, Greed opened his eyes. He coldly looked at Wang Lin and grimly said, "Little kid, why hasn't your friend come out?" Greed was secretly cursing. If it wasn't for the fact that the secretly dreaded the divine sense hidden in the purple mist, he would have restricted Wang Lin the moment he appeared. During the brief moment since Wang Lin appeared, Although he had his eyes closed, he had adjusted his spells 3 times. However, all 3 times, at the moment he was about to act, the divine sense in the mist would suddenly appear as if it was warning him. Greed hesitated and gave up. Wang Lin's expression was calm as he said, "My friend's personality is cold, and he doesn't like people. Is Senior also someone from the Deluse Sword sect?" Greed looked at Wang Lin and revealed a sneer. Qianlong faintly smiled and introduced him. "Fellow cultivator Wang, this Senior here is Greed. He is an expert among our Master's generation. Alas, if not for the fact that Senior is injured and can only use peak late-stage ascendant cultivation, he wouldn't have been trapped here for a century." Wang Lin thought, "This Qianlong is not simple." This person was able to point out all the key pieces of information in just a few sentences. Qianlong immediately said, "Senior Greed, since fellow cultivator Wang and his friend have come here, how about we join forces and try to break through together? Perhaps we will be able to break out from this siege by that herd of demonic beasts." Herd of demonic beasts. Wang Lin's expression was neutral, but this caught his attention. Greed's expression was neutral and he was about to refuse, but his eyes immediately narrowed. He felt like at that moment he saw the purple mist move for a moment like it had shrunk a bit. After looking at Qianlong, Greed nodded and said, "Since you are so worried about whether this old man will refuse again, you must think I'm up to no good. Forget it, let us try to break through again." Qianlong quickly shook his head and said, "Junior doesn't dare, but it is just that we have been trapped here for too long. I'm worried about my junior apprentice brothers in the demon spirit land." Greed sneered and jumped up from the ground. He led the way and charged directly into the mist. Qianlong took a deep breath. He clasped his hands at Wang Lin and whispered, "Brother Wang, let us put aside our sect's differences for now. As long as one enters the mist, they won't be able to leave. There is only one exit from this mist, but unfortunately it is surrounded by a herd of demonic beasts. If we want to leave, we must break through." Wang Lin nodded and flew out with Qianlong and the other Deluse Sword sect disciples following Greed. As Wang Lin flew, the life seals surrounded his body to defend himself. In truth, it wasn't only him. Qianlong also secretly used a spell to protect himself in case Wang Lin decided to launch a sneak attack. The rest of the Deluse Sword sect disciples, especially Wu Ma, all looked at Wang Lin with vicious gazes. Everyone had their own plans as they charged into the purple mist and flew directly toward the exit. Greed was in front and was constantly on guard. He could vaguely feel a divine sense appearing and disappearing within the purple mist. He felt like if he let his guard down for a moment, that divine sense would attack him. Damn it! When did this Wang Lin get such a strong helper? Everyone moved very fast, so before long, they arrived at the edge of the exit of the purple mist. The purple mist wasn't as dense here and one could dimly see the outside. Their divine senses were able to spread out and see everything outside. Wang Lin's divine sense spread out. When he saw what was outside, he was startled and his eyes revealed a glimmer of shock. This is, he sucked in a breath of cold air. The scene before him caused Wang Lin to feel intense disbelief. He felt like he had returned back to the time he saw the memory of the ancient god. It was a mysterious planet filled with mosquito beasts. Wang Lin's shock was within Qianlong and company's expectations. However, they didn't know that not only had Wang Lin recognized these beasts, but he was very familiar with them. Even Greed wouldn't have expected this. The large group of mosquito beasts was densely packed, and they all let out loud cries. When they saw people appear, they raised their long mouths and revealed their fierce and tyrannical nature. At this moment, on the other side of the purple mist, Wang Lin's mosquito beast revealed half of its body. It stared at the dense group of mosquito beasts before him and was in a daze. When the mosquito was inside the bag of holding, it could feel an aura of anxiety it had never felt before in its life. However, this aura was also very familiar, as if it came from its soul. After flying out from the bag of holding, it lingered in the purple mist. It hesitated, as it wanted to get close but was also scared. Like a person who had been wandering for many years, he became timid when he saw his family once more. The mosquito beasts on the edge saw one of their kind and were also startled. Their fierce gazes immediately turned to it, but the fierceness quickly disappeared and was replaced with doubt. These mosquitoes let out cries and flew forward. They circled Wang Lin's mosquito a few times, and their large mouths would occasionally touch it. Then they flew back to the herd and let out a cry as if they were calling it back. Wang Lin's mosquito beast hesitated for a moment before following them and disappearing into the mosquito herd. No one noticed this scene. Greed pierced through the cloud and paused for a moment at the edge of the mist. However, just at this moment, he suddenly turned his head around and stared at the mist. The mist suddenly began to churn. This churning didn't only happen in one part of the mist, the entire purple mist began to churn. Thunderous roars came from within the mist. This was the sound of the friction that resulted from the mist rubbing against itself. This phenomenon immediately caught the attention of the people of the Deluse Sword sect and Wan Lin. There was a hint of ecstasy in Greed's eyes. He noticed that there was something abnormal about the mist, which was why he agreed to Qianlong's request. At this moment, he took a deep breath and slapped his bag of holding to take out a little furnace. This furnace let out some purple mist that wrapped around Greed. Then he took a step and walked out of the purple mist. At this moment, his mind gave a command and the mosquito beasts outside the purple mist immediately let out cries. This sound could affect the soul. It passed through the purple mist and caused the Deluse Sword sect disciples to become even more impatient. The purple mist began to churn even more, starting from the edge. If one looked at it from another angle, one would see that the purple mist was contracting at a rapid rate. Qianlong and company's expressions changed greatly, and they immediately wanted to rush out. However, just as they moved, they could hear Greed's laughter. He waved his sleeves and a wave of wind immediately appeared, causing the people of the Deluse Sword sect to immediately stop. This old man has waited for 100 years, and now the purple mist will finally become one again. All of you will become sacrifices to fulfill this old man's wish. Greed's voice echoed inside the mist. Wan Lin's eyes became cold, and at this moment, Zhou's voice echoed in his mind. Wan Lin, there is celestial spiritual energy at the edge of the purple mist that can trap all cultivators. Unless one has a celestial root, they can't leave. However, it has no effect on me, so I can carry you out. Wan Lin looked at the Deluse Sword sect's disciples and he immediately made a decision. He didn't immediately let Zhou take him out but slowly backed away. The purple mist shrank like crazy and a thick layer of purple gas formed around its edge. No matter how hard the disciples of the Deluse Sword sect tried, they couldn't break through the purple gas. The purple gas seemed to have corrosive properties, so they looked dispirited and irritated. One of the Deluse Sword sect disciples even used Ling Tianho's sword energy, but it had no effect. It was quickly absorbed by the purple gas. Qianlong's expression changed greatly. He turned toward Wang Lin, who was backing off, and urgently shouted, "Brother Wang, right now we are facing a crisis. Can your friend help? Wan Lin, this old man originally didn't want to kill you so early, but since you ran head first into this matter, no one can save you." Greed's voice slowly entered the purple mist. Wan Lin's eyes lit up. He didn't speak but quickly retreated. At this moment, the purple mist was rapidly contracting. If he retreated too slowly and was invaded by the purple gas, there might be other dangers. The Deluse Sword sect disciples also quickly retreated, and Qianlong urgently shouted, "Fellow cultivator Wang, fellow cultivator Qianlong, I don't even have the ability to save myself, so please don't mention this matter." Wan Lin shook his head and immediately disappeared into the purple mist. Zhou's celestial sword circled around his body. "You!" Qianlong's expression was gloomy, and he let out a sigh. The Heavenly Fates sect and the Deluse Sword sect were like fire and water. He understood why Wan Lin refused to help. "I'm to blame for hesitating so much. If I had decided earlier to rebel against Greed, we wouldn't have ended up like this if we used Master's sword energy." There was regret in Qianlong's eyes. However, Greed was a senior from his Master's generation, so he knew of their sword energy. He understood that even if they used their Master's sword energy, he was afraid Greed would already be prepared for it. As a result, victory was not certain. Also, it was very likely that all of his junior apprentice brothers would die. He wasn't willing to pay such a price for his suspicion, so that was why he couldn't be decisive and had waited a century. At this moment, the purple mist rapidly shrank, and in the blink of an eye, it became 10 times smaller than before. As the purple mist shrank, the purple gas at the edge became even stronger. The people of the Deluse Sword sect constantly retreated. "Wan Lin, if we don't leave, it will be hard to rush out, even with my abilities." Zhou's anxious voice echoed in Wan Lin's mind. "Wait a bit more!" Wan Lin's eyes lit up. He was still inside the mist. As he looked at the Deluse Sword sect disciples in the distance, his eyes became cold. 5 people, 4 rays of Ling Tianho's sword energy, 5 treasured swords. Wan Lin's eyes became even colder. Qianlong's eyes revealed sadness as he looked at the junior apprentice brothers beside him. He closed his eyes, then he suddenly opened them and his eyes contained a rare hint of decisiveness. "Fellow junior apprentice brothers, I'm sorry. I'm really useless." Qianlong clenched his teeth and quickly pointed to between his eyebrows. A ray of red light immediately appeared between his eyebrows. This red light turned into sword energy. This was Ling Tianho's sword energy, but it was several times stronger than the ones Wang Lin had seen. It was on a completely different level compared to the others. This sword energy was formed when Ling Tianho refined the 4 small worlds into the 4 swords. It was one of the life sword energies that he refined inside his soul. The 11 strands of sword energy that he gave the other disciples were things he created by simply waving his hand. The difference was too big. It was because he had this strand of sword energy that he regretted that he wasn't decisive enough to act sooner. The moment the sword energy appeared, the shrinking purple mist slowed for a moment. Outside, Greed's eyes turned cold. He quickly noticed that there was something not right about this Qianlong, and he had guessed correctly. Qianlong let out a sigh, then the sword energy surrounded his body. He rushed directly at the purple gas, and at the moment he collided with the purple gas, there was a loud sound as if there was intense friction. It looked like there was fire around Qianlong's body. In the end, a small opening appeared in the purple mist, and Qianlong charged out with the sword energy. It wasn't that he didn't want to take his junior apprentice brothers with him, but he calculated that if he took even one person, he wouldn't be able to break through. At the moment Qianlong charged out, the purple mist immediately condensed even more. The purple mist was so dense that one couldn't see inside it anymore, not even sound could escape the mist at this point. The 4 Delu sword sect disciples' eyes were filled with despair. Wu Ma let out an angry roar. 3 junior apprentice brothers, since things are already like this, why despair? I know that Wang Lin is still in here. Help me kill this man so that I have no regrets. After he said that, the other 3 Delu sword sect disciples released killing intent. Indeed, if they were going to die, they might as well kill that Heavenly Fate sect person. If it was for that person appearing, they might had a chance to survive. Wang Lin, you still aren't going out, what are you waiting for? Joey was already roaring inside Wang Lin's mind. Senior, help me lock onto the other 4 with your sword divine sense. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he moved like lightning. In the purple mist, where divine sense was obstructed, he was like a ghost. Wang Lin, in 10 breaths of time, even if you resist, I'm taking you outside. After Joey sent this message, he spread out his sword divine sense through the shrinking purple mist and locked on to the 4 people of the Delu sword sect. Wang Lin moved like lightning toward one of them. This person had the lowest cultivation level among the 4, only mid-stage soul transformation. This person's divine sense was useless in the purple mist. It was as if he was blind and deaf in this situation. The moment Wang Lin closed in, this person only felt a breeze. However, this breeze quickly became cold, and it left with his head. Wang Lin held the head with the sword energy locked inside. After putting away the treasured sword, he charged toward the next target. She controlled his treasured sword, but he was frustrated and his eyes contained despair. He opened his eyes wide, but he could only see 7 feet before him. Everything after that was just purple mist. His eyes suddenly blurred as if he had seen a figure flash before him. Who? Cishi's heart trembled, and he immediately threw his sword into the mist. However, at the moment he threw the sword, he felt a cold hand press against the back of his neck. He felt his origin soul tremble, and the life force inside him instantly left his body. After letting out a miserable scream, his body was mummified. However, at the moment he died, Ling Tianho's sword energy inside his body suddenly erupted and collapsed along with his body. Wu Ma's eyes were completely red. After losing his treasured sword, he hated Wang Lin to the bone. Now that he had activated Ling Tianho's sword energy, if he felt as much as a breeze, he would immediately release it. At this moment, the purple mist before him churned as if someone was rushing over. Wu Ma's eyes became ferocious and he shouted, Wang Lin, die! He was just about to release Ling Tianho's sword energy in his hand when his junior apprentice brother Sugo's voice suddenly appeared. Senior apprentice brother, it's me! Wu Ma was startled and he withdrew his right hand. However, just as he was about to speak, a hand silently appeared from the mist on his right. A forefinger touched the spot between Wu Ma's eyebrows. Wu Ma's eyes bulged and he spat out a mouthful of blood. His eyes were filled with unwillingness, and he wanted to reactivate the sword energy he just withdrew, but there was no chance. After exactly 10 breaths of time, Joey forcibly took Wang Lin and charged out of the purple mist. Unfortunately, there's still one sword. Wang Lin let out a sigh. From the 4 Delu sword sect disciples, he only managed to get 2 more rays of sword energy. Adding the one he had before, he now had 3. The 4 of them had been trapped in the purple mist for a century, so they were very impatient and felt despair to the point of collapse after Qianlong left. If it wasn't for those and various other reasons, even Wang Lin couldn't have taken the sword energies in just 10 breaths of time. Even so, one of them was still able to successfully activate the sword energy. Fortunately, Wang Lin was prepared, so he wasn't injured. If it was another location and conditions were different, Wang could only retreat when facing 4 Delu sword sect disciples with Ling Tianho's sword energy. He wasn't afraid of the 4 of them, but he was very cautious of the sword energies. Joey personally witnessed this, and his admiration for Wang Lin increased. Wang Lin acted boldly and decisively. If it was someone else, they would have only thought about escaping and would not have considered anything else. He didn't know that compared to back when Wang Lin was at the Sea of Devils, Wang Lin took the chance when the dragon died at the graveyard to take its body away before it fell into the pit. Compared to that, this really wasn't much. The mist shrank like crazy. Right now it wasn't even 1,000 feet wide. Outside the purple mist, Qianlong's expression was extremely gloomy. Ling Tianho's sword energy was in his hand, emitting a harsh light. Countless mosquito beasts had surrounded him and were currently fighting him. Greed, I want to see how you will explain this to my master in the future. Greed was standing in the distance and was surrounded by mosquito beasts. The mosquito beasts were extremely tyrannical and their eyes were filled with a fierce light. If it wasn't for the constant roars coming from within the group, they would have already pounced even if it was Greed. Even after controlling the king beast, which allowed him to indirectly manipulate the herd, Greed still didn't dare to get too close to these mosquito beasts. These mosquito beasts' nature was too violent, and they couldn't be tamed at all. If he slightly let his guard down, he would suffer an attack from them. If there were only dozens, he wouldn't care. If there were hundreds, it still wouldn't be a big deal. Even if there were thousands, at most his expression would change. However, there were tens of thousands of mosquito beasts here. As a result, how could his scalp not go numb? Even though he had control, he was still very cautious. When your master learns of this matter, I'll naturally have an explanation. Also, it's not known if he will even find out about this matter. Just at this moment, Wang Lin's figure appeared from the purple mist. As he stood on top of the celestial sword, it released powerful sword energy. Wang Lin's appearance immediately made Greed's eyes become cold. He sneered and sent out a command with his mind. A large group of the mosquito beasts immediately let out a roar and charged toward Wang Lin. Greed let out a cold snort. He didn't intend to immediately kill Wang Lin, but wanted to extract his origin soul to find Sitanan's whereabouts. When he saw Wang Lin outside the East Demon Spirit Sea for a moment, he felt Sitanan's aura on Wang Lin. Wang Lin looked at the mosquito beasts coming at him and revealed a strange expression. Just at this moment, an even more sharp cry suddenly came from inside the herd that completely replaced the previous roar. At the same time, a purple figure rushed out toward Wang Lin. This figure was Wang Lin's mosquito beast. This mosquito pierced through the group of its kind like a ray of purple light and let out a roar. It went straight toward Wang Lin. When it arrived next to Wang Lin, its huge mouth gently rubbed Wang Lin, and its eyes were filled with excitement. The group of mosquito beasts rushing toward Wang Lin all stopped. Although their eyes were still vicious, there was a flash of doubt in their eyes. The scene caused Greed to become completely dumbfounded. This even caused Qianlong's eyes to light up brightly. Greed's face was gloomy as his hand formed a seal and he shouted, "7 magic needle, imprint!" A sharp cry came from within the depths of the herd, and the large swarm of mosquitoes immediately opened a path. From the center of the herd, a giant mosquito with 7 silver needles stuck in its head slowly flew out. There was struggle within its red eyes. The mosquito beast stared at Greed and let out a roar. Greed let out a roar and the silver needles on its head sank in 3 more inches. The mosquito's body trembled and the struggle in its eyes became even stronger. However, its eyes immediately showed a trace of resolve as it let out a loud cry filled with death. Its gaze moved like lightning and landed on Wang Lin's mosquito beast. Wang Lin's mosquito was startled as it flapped its wings and flew away from Wang Lin. It went directly toward its companion and immediately arrived on the back of the giant mosquito. Its large mouth suddenly stabbed into the body of the giant mosquito. As it began to suck, the struggle in the giant mosquito's eyes disappeared and was replaced by a glimmer of relief. The suction was completed in almost an instant. As the giant mosquito withered, Wang Lin's mosquito gradually grew. Its body got larger and the purple on it became more dense. Then an aura that could only be felt by their own kind spread out. This happened extremely fast. Wang Lin's mosquito beast suddenly raised its head and stared at Greed before letting out a roar. All of the mosquito's gazes immediately fell on Greed and then they immediately charged toward him. Greed's scalp went numb. His hand formed a seal and the 7 silver needles immediately came out of the withered mosquito corpse and flew back to him. The silver needles formed a silver light screen next to him and then he immediately charged off to the side. Wang Lin took a deep breath and backed up. His right forefinger suddenly pointed at Greed and a finger of death shot out toward him. In the distance, all of the mosquitoes around Qianlong had left, and his eyes had become cold as well. Without any hesitation, his right hand formed a seal and the giant sword behind him flew out. A black dragon with intelligent eyes appeared and let out a roar. He shot a ray of sword energy directly at Greed. Although the two of them had never cooperated before, reaching this far in cultivation proved that they both had good insight. Their timing was great, and both of their attacks were in the way of Greed's path of retreat. Greed's pupils shrank. He knew that he must not be surrounded by the mosquito beasts, or else he would die for sure. He let out a cold snort. He had cultivated for tens of thousands of years and had faced scenes like this many times. He backed up while his right hand formed a seal and he clawed at the wall. He shouted, "Death Devourer first style!" This claw caused a large amount of green gas to come out from the wall. There was simply too much green gas. The green gas gathered together and formed a green waterfall. The green waterfall was pulled out from the wall as Greed moved his right hand. His eyes glowed green as he threw the green waterfall behind him. The green gas suddenly shot out like a ray of light crossing the sky. Wang Lin's finger of death turned green after touching the green gas and collapsed immediately after. Qianlong's dragon sword spirit let out a roar when it touched the green gas. On impact, the dragon spirit immediately collapsed and the sword flew back toward Qianlong. "You little juniors dare to provoke old man Greed!" Greed let out a shout as he quickly moved. He was about to rush out of the mosquito beast's siege. If he was able to escape the siege, no one would be able to stop him if he wished to fight or leave. Qianlong shouted, "Wang Lin, we shouldn't hold back. Let us work together to kill this old thief. Otherwise, both of us will die." He spat out a mouthful of origin blood essence, and it fell on his sword. The sword began to tremble and cracks appeared all over it. Pieces of metal began to flake off as if the sword was shedding its skin. The pieces that fell off contained bloodlust. They once again formed the black dragon and charged out with power several times stronger than before. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he touched the spot between his eyebrows with his right hand. A large amount of slaughter energy came out and gathered on his fingertip. The slaughter energy rapidly condensed 1,000,000 into 100,000, 100,000 into 1,000, 1,000 into only one. Aside from the one strand he kept in his origin soul, all the other strands had been condensed at Wang Lin's fingertip into one strand. The dense strand of slaughter energy shot out after being flicked by Wang Lin. Ling Tiaho's broken sword spirit and the All-Seer's celestial slaughter art. Greed's eyes glowed brightly, but there was a hint of mockery in them. He retreated and said, "Although these two spells are powerful, your mastery over them isn't complete. Before this old man's eyes, they are simply too weak." Greed slapped his bag of holding and a small mountain immediately flew out. After the mountain flew out, it immediately grew into a mountain several hundred feet tall and floated in the air. This mountain was covered in carvings of mysterious runes. As the small mountain moved, the runes flashed and the mountain became very strange. Greed's right hand turned into a claw once more. He placed his hand on the mountain and shouted, "Death Devourer second style! Extract mountain-ass soul!" The entire mountain trembled and an ancient aura suddenly appeared from within the mountain. It was like the aura of an ancient cultivator who had cultivated for countless years. This was the mountain-ass soul. As Greed shouted, this aura was pulled out by him. An illusion of the mountain appeared and was pulled out by Greed. An incomparably powerful aura immediately appeared. After the mountain's soul was extracted, it began to tremble and countless cracks appeared. Eventually, the entire mountain collapsed into rubble and fell from the sky. However, the illusionary mountain soul was still in Greed's hand. This old man's cultivation can't compare to old child Ling Tian or that old thief All-Seer, but this old man Greed's spells have no flaws. You juniors merely learned other spells and really think they are your own. Greed's eyes were filled with mockery as his right hand pressed down. With a loud bang, the mountain soul descended. The black dragon formed by Qianlong's broken sword let out a whimper as the incredible pressure from the mountain soul pressed down. After a series of rumbles, the black dragon was trapped under the pressure of the mountain soul. Qianlong's expression turned pale. He coughed out a mouthful of blood and his eyes filled with shock. What is this spell? Wang Lin's slaughter energy flew through the air, and the mountain soul seemed unable to stop it. The slaughter energy pierced through the mountain soul. Wang Lin's eyes turned cold, and he shouted, "Scatter!" The slaughter energy that pierced into the mountain soul scattered. It turned from 1 to 1 million. 1 million strands of slaughter energy moved within the mountain soul. It was as if they wanted to rush out from the mountain soul and tear it into pieces. However, powerful celestial spiritual energy came out from the mountain soul, and in the blink of an eye, the strands of slaughter energy collapsed one by one. Wang Lin sucked in a breath of cold air. If it wasn't for the fact that he always kept one strand in his soul to allow him to endlessly recover his slaughter energy, he would have been greatly pained by the loss. There is even celestial spiritual energy within the mountain soul. This celestial spiritual energy doesn't look like it came from greed, it seems to belong to the mountain itself. Wang Lin's expression sank. With the help of the mountain soul, Greed was finally able to escape the mosquito beast siege. He laughed loudly. "Little juniors, do you know what mountain this is? This is a mountain from the celestial realm. This old man pulled it out tens of thousands of years ago and sealed it." Just at this moment, the constantly shrinking purple mist was about to finish. It shrank from 1,000 feet into 10 feet, forming a dense ball of purple mist. There was still no sound coming from inside the ball of mist, but Wang Lin knew that there was one living person inside, a Delu sword sect disciple. With a bang, the 10-foot ball of mist shrank again and was now 7 feet. A token gradually began to appear inside the mist. This token was made of the mist and was quickly condensing. There was a trace of greed in Greed's eyes. He was about to rush toward the token when the large mosquito herd behind him suddenly let out a fierce roar. The mosquito beasts charged out one by one like crazy, completely disregarding their own lives. Their speed was several times faster than before. Their sudden movement caused Greed's expression to immediately change. Wang Lin's mosquito inside the herd let out a roar, and suddenly all of the mosquitoes' bodies released red light. Those closest to Greed unexpectedly collapsed into large clouds of flesh and blood that gave off a red glow. They arrived directly next to Greed and then mysteriously formed back into mosquito beasts again. Not only did those mosquitoes use this spell, every mosquito beast did. They all collapsed and restored themselves in the next instant. They all did this in an instant and completely trapped Greed. The purple mist rapidly contracted and the token inside became more solid. In an instant, the final step was complete. After all the mist dissipated, an ancient token giving off purple light floated in the air. There was golden light mixed in with the purple light. Wang Lin's and Qianlong's gazes fell on the token at this moment. Qianlong immediately charged out toward the token. No one dared to use teleportation near the exit. The pressure here was too great, so if anyone tried to teleport, they would be trapped in the void. Wang Lin's eyes became cold and he flew out at the same time. His hand formed a seal and the celestial spiritual energy inside his body surged. He was preparing to stop spell. "You juniors dare!" Just at this moment, an angry roar came from within the herd of mosquito beasts. As Qianlong rushed forth, Ling Tianho's sword energy gathered in his hand. The sword energy circled around his hand and then a pressure spread out. Wang Lin's pupils shrank. He had already noticed that there was something wrong with the ray of Ling Tianho's sword energy that belonged to Qianlong. At the moment the sword energy appeared, Wang Lin immediately felt his heart tighten. "This is Ling Tianho's life sword energy, very powerful!" Zhou Yi's voice entered Wang Lin's mind. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he stopped moving. He no longer chased after the token and held back the celestial spell in his hand as he coldly looked at Qianlong. Qianlong was extremely flashy and suddenly appeared next to the token. His eyes were filled with joy. He didn't know what it was, but for it to be something even Greed cared so much about, it had to be a rare treasure. However, just as he reached out toward the token, Greed's angry roar came from within the mosquito herd. Junior Qianlong, this old man will kill you! Death Devourer third style! Greed's voice was like lightning. It seemed to turn solid as it went through the mosquito herd, passed by Wan Lin, and charged directly at Qianlong. Wan Lin's eyes became cold and he immediately retreated a few steps. The roar charged out from the mosquito herd and began to take form. Suddenly, a crystal-clear small person appeared in the air. This person didn't look like Greed at all, but his body gave off Greed's aura. Second origin soul! Wang Lin sucked in a breath of air as he stared at the small person. Greed was so angry that his anger was enough to burn his heart. He was helpless, so he could only send out his second origin soul while his main body was trapped by the mosquito herd. The 7 needles rapidly rotated around him. They could guard him for a bit, but not for too long. These mosquitoes' bodies were extremely tough, especially their mouths, which were as hard as iron essence. If that was only the case, it wouldn't be too bad, but whenever a mosquito was killed, they would immediately collapse into a red cloud. The red cloud would retreat and instantly condense back into a mosquito beast. Although it would be weaker, it would once again fiercely pounce at him. After this small person appeared, he immediately turned into a ray of light. His hand formed a seal and black lightning began to appear around his body. Then the black lightning moved like meteors toward Qianlong. Qianlong's expression changed. If he didn't withdraw his right hand, he would be hit by the black lightning. However, everything would have been in vain if did. Going to risk it. Qianlong clenched his teeth and threw out Ling Tianho's sword energy. The sword energy flew through the air and shook the heavens and earth. Even the cliff of the abyss rumbled under the might of the sword energy. Endless gravel and soil fell from the cliff. The lightning bolts released by Greed's second origin soul touched the sword energy and collapsed one by one. Powerful force was scattered in all directions. The life seals appeared over Wang Lin's body as he backed up, but his eyes were bright like a torch. After releasing his master's sword energy, Qianlong seized the token without any hesitation. His eyes were filled with ecstasy. He immediately flew upwards, wanting to escape. Greed's second origin soul let out a roar and wanted to chase. However, Ling Tianho's sword energy was simply too strong, and it even contained Qianlong's divine sense, so it was easily controlled. The sword energy repeatedly blocked the second origin soul's path and constantly pushed it back. Greed's second origin soul didn't dare to touch the sword energy. He knew that his second origin soul would be seriously injured by it, so he could only wait until the sword energy dissipated. Trapped by the mosquito beasts, Greed's eyes revealed a hint of determination. His heart ached, but he immediately touched his bag of holding. He took out a finger-sized piece of sandalwood. The moment it appeared, it released a fragrance. This sandalwood looked very normal, as if it was something that belonged to the mortal world, but Greed's eyes were filled with sadness. Child, you forced this old man to use a treasure of the celestial world, heaven confusion incense. This old will definitely cut you into pieces. Greed clenched his teeth and raised his left hand. He immediately lit the incense, and a blue smoke began to rise from it. This smoke was extremely strange. When it spread out, although it was thin, it immediately formed a cloud. The mosquito beasts were all suddenly trapped in this mist, and at the same time, Greed rushed out from the mosquito herd. He stepped on the smoke and chased after Qianlong. Senior Greed, fellow cultivator Wang Lin, I'll be taking this token. Many thanks! Qianlong laughed. He was already looking at the exit in the distance. Wang Lin sneered as he stared at Qianlong's figure in the distance. His eyes gave off a ghostly light as he said to himself, Stop! The power of the low-quality celestial spell that could seal the heavens and freeze the earth went forth. A mysterious force immediately filled the abyss. If there was a powerful cultivator here, they would see that the area was filled with invisible threads. These invisible threads immediately wrapped around Qianlong. Qianlong only felt his body stop, and even his origin soul stopped. Also, the celestial spiritual energy inside his body stopped moving as if it was frozen solid. At this instant, he became completely motionless, and the token fell from his hand. Greed was extremely joyous as the smoke he released surrounded Qianlong. He charged directly at the token. Just at this moment, Wang Lin moved. Zhou Yi's celestial sword was under Wang Lin's feet, and they rushed out. The speed of the celestial sword was too fast, so fast that even Greed's expression changed. Wan Lin, you aren't qualified to rob treasures from this old man. Greed was very close to the token. It looked like he only needed to extend his hand to reach the token. Wan Lin's eyes lit up and he softly said, "Stop!" Greed paused for a moment. Although he immediately returned to normal and all the threads that had wrapped around him broke, with the help of the celestial sword, Wan Lin immediately closed in. In front of Greed's bulging eyes, Wan Lin took the token and swept past Greed. "Wan Lin! You dared to steal this old man's things!" Greed's eyes were bloodshot as he roared and rushed out. Qianlong had already recovered, and his expression was gloomy. Surrounded by the smoke, his hand formed a seal. He wanted to break through, but the smoke blocked his path and he couldn't escape. The three of them were very close to the exit in the Fire Demon country. Wan Lin was very close to the exit thanks to Zhou's speed. At this moment, the sunlight from the outside could be seen. Greed almost went crazy. As he let out a roar, he slapped his bag of holding and a giant furnace flew out. This furnace was about as big as a person and was completely black. There were countless beast-shaped runes on the furnace, and it gave off a desolate aura. Greed shouted, "Revert the universe! Reverse the heavens and earth!" The furnace shook and a ray of black light shot out. The black light quickly covered the heavens and earth. At this moment, it was as if the heavens and earth had reversed positions. The heavens became the earth became the heavens. Wan Lin's, Qianlong's, and Greed's positions suddenly reversed. Originally, Wan Lin was in front, but now he was where Qianlong was, surrounded by the smoke. As for Qianlong, he appeared where Wan Lin was. He was startled for a moment, and was scared out of his wits. Without a word, he charged toward the exit. He was afraid. He didn't expect this Greed to have such incredible magical treasures. This treasure was simply too strong. It could reverse the universe. At the moment he switched positions with Wan Lin, he felt a divine power. Compared to that divine power, he was simply too insignificant. This Greed is indeed worthy of being someone from Master S generation. Although his cultivation level is far inferior to Master S, there must be something special about him if he caught Master S' attention. He didn't know that Greed never went anywhere without treasures. Over the countless years, Greed had obtained enough treasures to rival any celestial palace. However, a lot of the treasures he obtained were things he couldn't even use himself, and he was extremely cautious because he was afraid of others stealing from him. Whenever he felt like something was wrong, he would immediately run away. Greed breathed heavily and suddenly turned his head. He stared at Wan Lin, who was trapped in the smoke, and closed in with a grin. Wan Lin sucked in a breath of cold air and stared at the furnace. There was a mysterious light in his eyes. He recognized that furnace. Without hesitation, he put the token inside his bag of holding. The celestial sword under his feet hummed and Zhou's divine sense message entered his mind. What a powerful treasure! Wan Lin, keep yourself safe! Zhou's celestial sword flashed, and a ray of sword energy flew out. The sword energy surrounded the sword and the celestial sword began to spin. The smoke surrounding them immediately began to swell, and then Zhou shouted, "Open!" With a bang, an opening appeared in the smoke. The celestial sword rushed out. Wan Lin's eyes lit up and he rushed out as well. This person's cultivation is ordinary, but his treasures are mysterious. Just how did a person like this obtain so many magical treasures? After Zhou rushed out, his celestial sword stabbed toward Greed. Greed's eyes lit up brightly. He retreated and once again slapped his bag of holding. This action not only caused Zhou to pause, it even made Wan Lin's heart skip a beat. Wan Lin, this old man has to thank Situnan. If not for him, how could I have been forced to stay at the waste planet of Suzaka for tens of thousands of years? If it wasn't for those tens of thousands of years, I couldn't have understood a lot of these treasures he couldn't use before. As Greed raised his right hand, a screen appeared in his right hand. After throwing the screen, it immediately grew to 100 feet wide. There was an ink painting of a landscape with mountains on the screen. Mist filled the mountains, making it give off the aura of a celestial world. This old man wasn't able to find the celestial realm's mountain and river painting, but I found an imprint of it on this screen. Gather for me! As Greed shouted, a large suction force came from the screen. Zhou's figure appeared from the celestial sword. He had a serious expression, and his right hand pointed forward. Without any hesitation, he released one of the two remaining life sword energies. Wang Lin's expression was gloomy, and he immediately activated Ling Tianho's sword energy inside his body. The sword energy opened a path through the pressure as he rushed down. Behind him, Greed's second origin soul, which was covered in countless lightning bolts, chased slowly after Wang Lin.